Alright, another video. Yay! Alright, so, yeah, this is actually going to be the FU number 3, I guess. I already made a video responding to 2bsirius and I think some other video, but I don't remember. But yeah, fuck it. I don't really care for the argument I made. Not that there was anything wrong with it, it's just that this is complicated. And basically what she's pleading for, I thought of a better analogy, I guess is the point. It's kind of like the anarchists. Now the anarchists want people to, split from traditional notions of civilization. And so you could sort of say that, okay, they have something in common with the Republicans. That they have this idea that, do the Darwin thing or something. And so they would have some commonality. But that's it. That's it. They have some common interests, but there's no reason to sit there and say that's enough to say you're going to seduce me to anarchy. All right? No, I'm going to say I want civilization. I don't want a guy to decide to live next door to me and just have a pig farm. If I was a rich Republican, yeah, I wouldn't want to live in a civilization that said, some asshole can do anything he wants on the property next to me. No, I want him regulated. I want him prevented from ruining my life. So, yeah, you're just not going to be able to make this argument. I have no incentive to migrate to some lesser position. Why would I say, oh, yeah, let's only clean up half the mess? That's all you're saying to me. You're saying, well, here's a better analogy. You're doing the Band-Aid thing again, and I'm doing the cure thing, okay? You're saying, let's fight malaria by giving people mosquito nets and DDT, and let's try to mitigate against the suffering now. Let's build hospitals to treat the malaria. And I'd be arguing, no, let's take our resources and pump them into finding a way to eradicate the microbe. We can't kill the mosquitoes in all likelihood, but we can certainly eradicate a microbe. So let's do that instead. So it's a priority. And I'm saying my solution is complete. Your solution is perpetual. You'll have to keep buying Band-Aids. You'll keep having to work forever and ever and ever and ever and ever to try to perfect what you're trying to do with this Band-Aid solution. And you'll have this huge amount of suffering and waste for nothing. Because, yeah, you could have just spent the resources on the cure. And I'd also argue that I think it's more realistic. As much as you think it's an impossible idea, the fact is, it's a great argument. No one can defeat the argument. Nobody has any evidence of a purpose beyond a made-up, contrived cartoon god. So without that made-up cartoon god, they're going to be in a silly position of having to, put lipstick on the pig that is DNA. And they're going to be seen for what they're doing. Everybody's going to see them taking out the lipstick and spreading it on the DNA lips. And, it's just going to be so obvious. So I'm just saying intellectuals can make this argument. And it's a more honest argument. It's the bottom line also. Why should I be dishonest? You're not going to... You realistically think you're going to convince me that your, whatever it is, your theory of life accomplishment means anything? I mean, I've made the argument. I mean, all intelligence is useful for, you explain it to me. You explain to me how intelligence has some other use than contriving solutions for human need problems. What other use does intelligence have? In and of itself, it means absolutely nothing. Without a bleeding or whining or crying baby, without some need machine to serve, intelligence doesn't have any function. It's absolutely useless. It's meaningless. It's nothing. So, this argument that somehow antinatalists are obliged, to join your bandwagon is silly. You want to fight for population control? Oh, good. We like you then. Do that all you want. It's like us as the Republicans are saying, yeah, you anarchists want to make fun of Democrats? Yeah, do it till the cows come home. We'll be all happy about that. So go ahead, rant and rave about the evils of overpopulation and we'll be all happy. You want to bitch and moan about vegetarianism? Good. We're all for that too, because we think it's damn evil to be eating animals for no good goddamn reason. And if you can just point out that it's all about your selfish desires and that you're just a fucked up, idiotic psychology obsessed with your silly, conditioned preferences, and that they have no merit or meaning or substance, well, all the better, because that's part of our argument. Again, I'm going to point out that, to have your clean and proper civilization where human beings act responsibly and kindly and do the right thing when they must and restrain, put themselves in the seat belt of responsibility and drive their car properly, metaphorically, the car of civilization, and do the right thing and be fair and vote for fair policy and do all that kind of crap. If you can get the human race to that point where it doesn't have hate wars, doesn't steal money, doesn't exploit weaker populations, doesn't do all the other cheats that are taking place every fucking day, then you've already gotten so elevated in terms of the average human perspective that it'll be a tiny little step, just one more little tiny step forward, and you just say, let it go. We really can't accomplish anything. This is just pyramid building. We've been there, done that. What? You want to make 5 million pyramids? Why? What function do they have? Do they have any function? No. It's a waste it's a squandering of the sentient condition to keep redundantly throwing a new hamster in this rickety wheel. Again, I'll use the words. It's a rickety, stupid wheel. It just goes round and round and round. That's DNA. And we choose now. We have the power to choose to throw new victims in the wheel. It's time to just let it go. You could even metaphor the wheel as a blender. I mean, that's really what the DNA is up to. It chops everything to pieces, to make to perpetuate the mayonnaise or something. And that's all it cares about, making mayonnaise. And what it grinds up is more valuable than what it produces. That's the irony here. We grind up suffering to make our superficial and trivial little smiley face. And so we've consumed the real deal to produce the synthetic. It's like having a machine that you put real gasoline into, and it makes water that smells like gasoline. Yeah. Okay, just interrupting. Yep, it's a good thing to do now and then. Interrupt. Give you time to. Whoa, that video was pretty intense. It's good that we got this little interruption, this intermission thing. I could play intermission type music like. Yeah, that's pretty good, right? Intermission music should be gentler, but it might be an intense video. Who knows? Or maybe it's a terribly boring video, and this interruption is the best part. I don't know. Could be. Big, tall wheat things. Ooh, big. Okay, yeah, that's probably enough. We could look under a rock. That could be fun. We could have an interruption where we look under a rock. But all the rocks are stuck on the ground. Can't really look under a rock if all the rocks are stuck. We gotta look under a log. Do you think anything's under there? Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Worms. Ooh. Spider. Ooh, slug. Ooh. Okay. Anyway, so enough of an interruption. So I will, I'll continue with the video. Apparently, we'll continue now after the interruption. It should work that way. Yep. That's the way it should work. Gasoline into, and it makes water that smells like gasoline. Yeah. Well, it has no use, no function. It's just synthetic crap. And you've wasted something that had energy potential to create nothing. Somebody even mentioned seaweed in some video. I think it was your video, actually. Like it's one of these new technologies that's going to save us all from the energy crisis. And I wonder just how much seaweed also has to be fertilized. Again, none of this photosynthesis stuff, it ain't free. It isn't very energy rich. I mean, a tree doesn't produce a lot of extra energy. beyond what it takes to grow itself. So yeah, it's a very poor energy producer. And the same is true of an organism like algae. It's going to use up its energy doing its consuming and reproducing, much of its energy. And yeah, there'll be some value in what it grows, okay? But like cows, it has to consume to grow. And it's consuming something of value. It's going to consume value nutrients. And so you're going to have to feed it if you're going to get a lot of it. You want high yield algae, you're going to have to feed it, just like we have to feed wheat now. We have to feed the corn. These high yield crops have to be fed with energy. They have to be seeded with energy. So yeah, that's not going to solve the problem. Another band-aid. And that's what you people are about. Just band-aids. I mean, band-aids are better than laughing. Okay, so yeah, I'll give you points for at least not laughing at the suffering like so many sadistic motherfuckers do. So yeah, two points for giving a damn, for caring enough to say let's at least make band-aids, but it's not good enough. It's way short. There's just no excuse for it. It's all emotional. It's all some sort of, you have a sympathy for it because you're thinking of life as if it is a living thing itself, and you somehow want to save it harm, and you're associating termination with harm, and none of that is rational. It's all emotional. The end of life is nothing. It's a meaningless event in the universe. It's only meaningful in that it will prevent a bunch of harm that would serve no purpose, and in that sense it's profoundly meaningful. But to the universe itself, there is no organ of pain or pleasure. There is no need to be satisfied. And so, there's just no point in serving it. There's no point in glorifying it or saying it is something just because it's been around a long time. The fact that something's been around a long time doesn't mean it's something. Much like a pyramid. It's a nothing. A big pile of nothing. A big pile of waste. And that's what human beings are. That's what they amplify. And that's unfortunately what all animal life is trapped in. They're forced to build pyramids by the DNA. Pyramids to nothing, to nonsense. Devotions to silly, idiotic, robotic function. Because it oopsed once. 4 billion years ago, there was an oops. I reproduced myself. Not on purpose, it just happened. And all of a sudden, it's out of control. It's like it could happen to me. I could just all of a sudden, because of some weird physics, all of a sudden, I just, whoa, and a twin pops out. And then the twin, whoa, it pops out. And it starts. And what am I going to do? It'll get out of control in no time. So I have to start whapping off the heads of my zombie Garys. But can I whap off the heads fast enough? Yeah, that's all life is. Life is one cell out of fucking control for 4 billion fucking years. Period. And so again, there's nothing to glorify, nothing to defend. There's nothing defensible in it. Everything we are is a weapon, is a gladiator's tool, a gladiator's weapon. Our brain, our emotions, every bit of us is part of a great white shark kind of construct. And okay, yeah, instead of big teeth, we have a big brain. But guess what? That brain's doing the same fucking thing those teeth are doing. It's just capitalizing, exploiting the ability to rip something else to pieces and steal its goodies. That's all a living thing has to do here, is to want and take. So fuck that. And you're not going to fix it by just trying to mitigate against the taking, to refine and civilize the taking. The real game is killing the want. Want and ignorance. Dickens. Read some Dickens. That's the problem. Want and ignorance. Kill one of those and you win. Yeah, and I'm saying it's preposterously ignorant to presume a molecule senselessly reproducing can create a productive purpose. It's unintelligent design. It is nothing. It's not a house civilization can live in. You can't make a house out of these ingredients. You can't, how many other metaphors can I use? Yeah, it's just bullshit. It's fail. And you don't have any argument against that argument. So again, you just want to treat the symptoms. I want to cure the disease. That's the difference between us. And for you to convince me that I should get into the treatment business, you're going to have a good argument, a damn good argument. Because curing the disease seems infinitely more rational than spending an eternity, making and applying Band-Aids. That seems preposterously stupid. Yeah, I mean, you just can't. There's a fork in the road. Cure, Band-Aid. And it seems obvious which road we should travel. Yep. Want is the enemy. Kill that, you win. Yeah, it really is. Yep. Yeah, there's just oh, game over. Conversation over. I just don't. Quit playing this game. Quit playing this game that you need to migrate anti-natalists to some sort of middle ground, that we need to somehow compromise with the anarchist or something. No, you don't have anything to offer us, okay? Maybe you see value in our energy and intelligence, but you're not going to get us to change our objective. So while our roads are parallel, we can walk them together. But there's a point where we're not going to play your game. Just ain't going to happen. So, till next time. And such. Oh, hot day today, boy, 100. Ooh, good stuff. Yeah, I like summer. I like summer in the summertime because it's all summery. Yeah. Ooh. Free song. All rights unreserved. Yeah, you can have them. Ooh, a hole in this log. There might be something creepy living in there. Hello? Any creepy? Hello, creepy. Oh, I shouldn't be inviting the creepy to come out and rip my head off. That's silly. What a stupid thing to do. Big rock. I like rocks. Rocks are cool, man. Yeah, some of my best friends are rocks. Oh, because I'm kick-ass. There's a big rock down there. It's my friend. And then there's someone down there. It's a good friend of mine. I've kind of known it intimately. I mean, it wasn't a long-term relationship, but yeah, we did know each other a little bit. Anyway, that's a whole different subject. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it really is. Anyway, till next time and such, and so forth and whatnot.